Fujisawa-sensei has arrived.
Hello.
Sorry. You've exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your ship to storage.
Why was there a crackly Fuji has arrived? Okay. Oh. Has it not been very sticky? Well, it'll be a different key map. You maybe need to copy your controls across, because there's different controls for PTU. Hmm. It's very unusual me being that loud. It's plugged into your brain. Does the star map annoy you even more in VR than it does in 2D? Because the star map in Elite was one of the joys of that game in VR. Oh, pardon me. Was that V-Joy or was it the hit hide thing? Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Pardon me. I don't have this option because I can't use my pedals without it. For Star Citizen, anyway. In other words, you are officially an AI boffin and not a gamer anymore. What did that set you back? But it's about flat when I last ordered one, so wouldn't mind too much. Okay, was that an Evo or something, or was it just a no-name Kingston, or? Nah. Yeah. Right up until this current price,
You are clear to
fucking
launch.
hike, I was looking at a 2 TB Evo sticking this, just waiting for the next sale, because obviously Amazon sales, they get quite cheap sometimes. Not this year. If you can you screen. Yeah. Yeah. I was just gonna say, is it shadeable? Oh, pardon me. Seem to have picked up a killer cough from someone. That was me last week. I couldn't go down to Aviemore because I was just like sweaty and snotty and didn't want to make everyone ill. It's going to be weird. It's going to be the first time I've put my DK1 or sorry DK2 on my head in a long time.
Takeoff complete.
Ooh, do you have a feeling of scale? Yes. Do you have done a 180-degree roll? You are taking off by going
Thank you.
down
Please
into the
visit
sky.
again.
You think you were rolling and it was actually yawing. Yeah, it seems like a tiny little menu in the middle of the screen. Oh man, I'm so looking forward to this. I won't be able to read anything on the displays in my VR headset. I'm banging my head off the front of my monitor trying to bend forward to see it, but well, I was looking at Kex just to see what they were quoting, and it's still about 200 for a Quest 2 and 400-ish for a Quest 3. Oh, pardon me. Well, yeah, Quest 2's quite doable. It's a shame it's the wrong colour, though. Yeah. Yeah, there's actually, is it cycle display or something? There's a key that allows you to turn on and off HUD elements. You can like change what thing is in each of the HUD slots. What are you actually flying at the moment? Jesus.
Landing gear raised.
So basically, they heard us. We're all like, it's time to go back to Elite because we're missing VR. And they're like, oh. Is that not a bit of a weird out-of-body experience? Yeah, somebody is really beaconing over there. Pardon me. Yeah. That's what that game's been missing. There are times when we are dogfighting where like I'm careening towards something and I just have to take it on faith that there's nothing about to hit me from the side. And I hate it. It's the equivalent of driving roundabouts like John's mum. Okay, that's cool. I think most people were reporting slower peak frame rates, but better average frame rates. Like the lowest 1% were a lot more consistent. Not as much jitter. Yeah, 3D, yeah.
Is now
God then.
quantum drive is now off.
Cool. Did you have to fuck about with the FOV at all?
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive.
You just went
is
through
now
that planet,
off.
pretty sure of it. It's cool, you can use the window between your legs now, you can look down
Quantum
when you're
drive
landing.
is now on.
Unlike a certain... Yeah. If this is stable, then Elite's getting uninstalled. I had to kill Sea of Thieves so I could fit this on the SSD. And Red Dragon. Do you have next postal address? Maybe get it off you. Send them a couple of bags of barbecue knickknacks for his Christmas. Cool. Oh, pardon me.
Shields online.
Why is it beeping at you? Oh yeah, engineering stuff. Oh no, smacka, no, no smacka ground. We're going to do one of your reverse skid landings there. So I copied my live folder, and then I've done the PTU thing, which is obviously updating over the top rather than doing a whole 135 gig install again. I'm hoping that should have copied the control mappings across, shouldn't it? VTOL. Yeah, it's got me thinking now. I'm trying to remember if there's any buttons that I use on the keyboard while I'm flying. I think the
Landing gear.
Mobi-Glass and the space map's the only thing, really. Flight assist off. Oh, I've got mine set to my pinky button, I think it is on mine. There. I think that's the thing that's beeping at you. Right. When you've stabilized and you're not going to die, one thing to ask: how does it work with the F key in ship? Might actually.
Engines offline.
Okay, so I'm going to have to look into setting up buttons on my joystick for. It's funny, watching that was absolutely fine, but I feared for your stomach when the chair did its thing there. Hmm. Yeah. But can you look left and right? Like with your head? Yeah, so that works. And is that just turning the head though? Because that's what I wanted to do. Yeah. That's awesome. That's in FPS mode. I'm getting a single view So it's this when it's doing that theater view, it's not doing it in 3D. It would be nice if it was a large 3D screen in front of you. I mean, they could totally. Yeah, in theory, they would have control over the render geometry for that screen, so you could actually have a curved screen with the right angle in 3D around you. Hmm. That's really cool. I like that. But see, when you put it in large screen mode, is it rendering to the headset? Like you can't just switch to PC screen at that moment, take your head off. You know, like in Elite, you could take your hat off and change it from VR to normal. Oh, superb. That's ideal, because that's what I want, is to be able to put the headset on for the flying. VR for everything else is cool and all, but that's the bit that I fear for upchuckiness and whatnot. Dogfighting, I have no fear of. Gives you a chance to actually be doing stuff, still in game, still chatting to each other, etc. Which is cool. Yeah, so you can take the headset off, let your head cool down and your eyeballs stop bleeding. Slap it back on when we go to space.
Online. Take off.
2 helmets I'll need to remember to put on when I sit down there.
Shields offline. Landing gear raised.
I take it the new Valve stuff isn't rumoured to be doing any of the crazy things that Oculus were going for with the face tracking and stuff like that. Ah, so... Oh, ideal. So that'll get even more frames out of it. As well as taking care of that problem that you were just talking about with the interface. I take it in theory if it's... Is your throttle 0 at the extremes? Like 0 to max, it's not 0 in the middle? The other thing as well is check your speed limiters in case they're set to crazy things. It's interesting. Might be time. Might be time to Just. Yeah. I remember it came with the Star Citizen pack. Might probably need an update though. But even just being able to do a speech to text for the search on that star map would be massive.
Quantum drive is now on.
It's one thing they've not done with this that Elite did was having like a global setting for this thumbstick does all the menus and things. So this allows you to like toggle focus between different MFDs, but it doesn't give you any controls for, you know, I've got a million hats on this joystick. It would be nice if I could use one to move around inside whatever the active MFD is. Control it that way. So it doesn't seem to let me do that. One thing that really annoys me is there used to be toggle power for gun turrets, keybind. Whereas now, even though you have to do F and power on the gun turret to turn it on, the actual power button on your joystick or whatever that you've got set up doesn't work for it. Which I find quite disappointing because I quite liked getting my gun turret and flicking all the toggle switches to turn everything on. Not until you're used to how high off the ground that cockpit is. It shouldn't take long.
Shields online.
Is that not driving you insane? You've got our display info on the top right, but it's only showing on the right eye. I'm sorry, I just belched down the mic. This is fine. Raise B to NVIDIA broadcast. I saw you nodding. Yeah. It's the lack of awareness of where the edges of my ship are that stops me kind of cruising in and landing a lot of the time. It makes me stop outside and do a perfect 90-degree on instruments because that's the only safe way to do it. Ah, lovely Kay.
Engines offline. All systems offline.
Yep. The chances of me being found a desiccated husk have increased 1,000,000-fold. This does make me worry about the end of the world, though. The thing that we have been dreaming of our entire lives is finally here.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Yeah. The Vulture, not the big... No, that's the Redeemer or Reclaimer I'm thinking of. What is the Vulture?
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
I might actually be better off. I think the resolution of my headset is lower than my monitor. Or no, was it DK2? Was that a 1440p split between two eyes? It's 1080, isn't it? It's some weird resolution that's not quite 440. Yeah. No, that was the DK1, wasn't it? I might actually get a performance boost from going to VR. Oh, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I miss having the hand. I guess at least for you, you'll have hand tracking if you use your Quest. Does the Index do that as well? No. That doesn't have inside out at all, does it? But it's higher fidelity, is that right? You might have to do the button yourself. Because of discipline being a thing now. Door discipline is a real thing. You have to remember to close them. Yes, you need to remember to do them behind you. Because you know Nick's going to open that ramp on a fucking planet with no atmosphere. think it was very up for the task with every AI thing, sorry, VR thing we ever threw at it, but Alex was not. No, actually, I'm talking bollocks. It was the graphics card I got. It was it was the CPU that fucked that for Alex. The 980 was okay after I got that into your Ryzen that I got. Mm-hmm.